Wow. Today we've got some massive news from OpenAI's first ever developer day. And they've just revealed a ton of game-changing upgrades to ChatGPT-4 and ChatGPT that are going to completely transform what's possible with AI. In this video, I'll take a first look at GPT-4 Turbo, which now has double the context length of GPT-3, plus way more control, knowledge, and customization. It's insanely powerful. But that's not all. ChatGPT is also getting pumped up on steroids with upgrades like massively increased context and memory. I tell you what, you're going to be mind blown what it can do now. And if that wasn't enough, they've announced something called GPTs. This lets anyone build their own customizable AI assistant inside ChatGPT using natural language. Yeah, no coding required, and you can create your own assistant ChatGPT. You can teach it things like expert skills, connect it to data sources, and even, get this, monetize it. Yeah, you can basically sell it. I'll be trying to demo all of this revolutionary new tech live for you in this video, so trust me, your mind is going to be blown by what OpenAI has in store. I tell you what, the future of AI just got even crazier. So why don't you hit that subscribe button and get ready for a deep dive into the next evolution of ChatGPT, GPT-4. So as mentioned, OpenAI held its first ever developer day event and made several major announcements about upgrades to its AI systems, especially GPT-4. The first thing is that Sam Altman introduced GPT-4 Turbo upgrade. GPT-4 Turbo has 6 major upgrades compared to the old GPT-4. What you're getting is an increased context length of up to 128,000 tokens. So what does that actually mean? Well, we're talking 96,000 words. That's the largest so far that's publicly available on any language model. I mean, Claude 2.0 had a massive context window, but this surpasses that. So what it basically means is you can put in much more information. I mean, that's like 300 pages of stuff you could put in, and equally, it will put out significantly more than it did before. This is great if you're using it to help you kind of write and develop books and stuff like that. Plus, you're getting much more control over model behavior through new features like instruction tuning. There's improved knowledge through updating the cutoff date to April 2023 and allowing the injection of custom information. So before, the cutoff date was something like September 2021, pretty old. So now the cutoff date from which it's sort of based all its information and learning on is April 2023. So it's much more up to date. It's still not like up to date as in terms of like today, but in terms of the model and knowledge that it's used to kind of inform the model, that's right up to April 2023. In addition to that, as some people have already started to see, there is the addition of new modalities like audio transcription through Whisper 3. For GPT-4 Turbo, the pricing is being reduced by over 2 times compared to GPT-4, making it much more accessible to developers. But there's more. GPT-4 Turbo goes visual. Yeah, GPT-4 now plays Peeping Tom, peeking at images you pass along in the Chat Completions API. It's perfect for helping, say, visually impaired folks via Be My Eyes, or just reading pie charts so you don't have to. It's not just your imagination. Your images now come with a tiny price tag as well. Uploading a 1080p square pic for ChatGPT to look at is now down to about $0.00765. I mean, that's less than a cent. Plus, DALL-E 3, so you can unleash your inner Picasso with DALL-E 3's new API as well. And companies like Snap, Coke, Shutterstock are already crafting digital masterpieces using DALL-E 3, and this is starting only 4 cents. It's cheaper than a crayon set, to be honest, and a lot less messy. And as ever, you can add a voice to your chatbots. I mean, have you ever wished your text could talk? Well, the new text-to-speech APIs have got you covered with 6 voices that could serenade or narrate your life.
With 6 preset voices to choose from. I'll play an example. Did you know that Alexander Graham Bell, the eminent inventor, was enchanted by the world of sounds? His ingenious mind led to the creation of the graphophone, which etched sounds onto wax, making voices whisper through time.
And these start at 1.5 cents per 1,000 characters. Yeah, 1.5 cents per 1,000 characters. Like hiring a bargain bin Morgan Freeman. And for those companies with the big bucks, OpenAI will help you create your own custom fine-tuned ChatGPT-4 with model customization. Basically, what does that mean? Well, OpenAI have said that for organizations that need even more customization than fine-tuning can provide, particularly applicable to domains with extremely large proprietary data sets and billions of tokens at minimum, we're also launching a custom models program giving selected organizations, so basically big companies, an opportunity to work with a dedicated group of OpenAI researchers to train custom GPT-4 to their specific domain. This includes modifying every step of the model training process, from doing additional domain-specific training to running custom RL post-training process tailored for the specific domain. So basically, organizations will have exclusive access to their custom models. However, not everybody's going to be able to afford this. This is going to be a very limited, and they're quite open about this, expensive program to start. But if you are a big organization with a massive data set and you want your own custom GPT, then basically OpenAI will work with you to create a specific ChatGPT sort of app for your business. But of course, that's all about API development and, big companies and stuff like that. But ChatGPT-4 Turbo is not just for developers creating APIs. Oh no. The ChatGPT that you and I use on a regular basis is also getting upgrades, like the increased context length and instruction tuning. So you and I will be able to take advantage of GPT Turbo. As I said, GPT-4 Turbo is more capable and has knowledge of world events up to April 2023. Plus, you've got that 128K context window, so it can fit the equivalent, as I said, of 300 pages of text in a single prompt. 300 pages in a single prompt. OpenAI also optimized its performance, so they're able to offer GPT-4 Turbo at a 3 times cheaper price for input tokens and a 2 times cheaper price for output tokens compared to GPT-4. So, although we get access to all this extra kind of tools and ability, it won't cost us a lot more. The update also applies to ChatGPT 3. In addition to GPT-4 Turbo, we're also releasing a new version of GPT 3.5 Turbo that supports a 16K context window by default. But the biggest news, and perhaps the most exciting news, to come out of the OpenAI Dev Day is the big new feature, which is GPTs, which are basically customizable AI assistants anyone, and I mean anyone, can build using natural language instructions. Yeah, no coding is required. Basically, GPTs allow configuring knowledge sources, actions like web browsing, and you can monetize these things through a marketplace. This marketplace is something OpenAI is setting up. Imagine it a bit like a kind of app store. And so you're going to get just tons and tons of these little sort of customizable GPTs that are trained to do a very specific job. And a bit later, I'll show you how easy it is to kind of build your own personal little ChatGPT creation. In addition to all this, that helps that are persistent memory threads, which allow GPTs to reference previous conversations. So basically what this means is the ChatGPTs that you build, the custom models you build, effectively have a memory of the conversation that takes place. That's one of the big problems with chat models, is that they're a bit short on the old memory front. They can forget the conversation, but persistent memory threads allow these GPTs, as I said, to refer to previous conversations. They showed how easy it is to build one of these custom GPTs. And as I said, we'll be having a go ourselves just by using natural language, no coding required. Now, this is meant to be rolling out to ChatGPT, but I don't quite have it yet on my ChatGPT. I don't know whether you do. But what I do have access to is the OpenAI playground. And you can create these little GPTs there and give it a go. So why don't we do that? Okay, so here I am in the OpenAI developer platform here. And what we're going to go here is assistants. Okay, and so we're going to create an assistant. Now, this will be available standard ChatGPT kind of that we're all familiar with. But for the moment, we can just get access to it in the sort of playground element. So here you do, you just enter a friendly name. So I'm going to create a model which is helps you fine tune a YouTube script introduction to kind of retain viewers and all of that kind of stuff. We'll call it Lord Kenzal's YouTube intro, right, bod. Okay. And say you are an expert and YouTube SEO overall expert in building a channel, building a big subscriber base, etc. Okay, and then you can select the model, and you can see here the GPT-4 1106. So that's for the 6th of November, 1106. So we'll do that one. Functions. Now, if you're into programming and stuff like that, you can add certain functions there. I'm not. But code interpreter, we might as well trick that. And retrieval, yeah. And then if you've got any context-specific files, you can upload those, so extra information. So I have information that I borrowed, a script from a YouTube video all about how to create compelling YouTube introductions and, you know, make sure you have that audience retention. So I've downloaded the transcript of that and created a file. So I'm going to upload that. Here it is, create killer YouTube intros. And then we just click save. Okay, it was obviously really busy when I first tried this. It didn't seem to save it. So I made another one and it saved instantly, just like that. And you can see it here if we have a quick look at it. So here we go, YouTube intro instructor. You are a helpful instructor that can advise on how to make YouTube intros much more effective at audience retention and a YouTube SEO expert. The model GPT-4 from the 6th of November preview. So the most up-to-date model we've got. I've clicked code interpreter and retrieval. And then crucially, as I said, I've uploaded this file of a transcript on how to improve YouTube retention. Okay, all very good. Let's give it a go. Okay, and here's my assistant. So you'll be able to drop down. You can just, if you've got a number of assistants, you'll be able to pick which assistants you want. I've just got one, but trust me, I'm going to be making a few because they're really, really helpful. So we're going with the assistants here, the YouTube instructor. I want you to analyze the following script and advise on how I can improve for audience retention. And then let's add the script, uploading it, and then we'll go add and run. And then you can see down here the logs behind my head here. If I go down here, you can see here all the files. I want to analyze, it's opening the doc here, and then it breaks it down. So this is basically a breakdown of the context that I gave it. The file I uploaded originally for the ChatGPT tells you about optimizing the title and thumbnail, aligning in the first 5 seconds, curiosity gaps, all of this, editing pace, SEO. Okay. But what I want to do is, okay, I want it to actually do some work for me. So rewrite the introduction based on this advice. And here we go. It's rewritten the script here for a much more kind of bold introduction. The AI frontier has just expanded. OpenAI's Developer Day revealed staggering upgrades that are rewriting the rules that what's possible with machine intelligence. You're about to get exclusive first glimpse at GPT-4 Turbo. Imagine the world of the internet doubled up in your pocket. Well, that's the new reality with a context length that's nothing short of colossal. So basically, it's rewritten the whole script, the script that I used for this, or certainly the introduction, applying the rules and the knowledge that I gave this GPTs, this mini GPT assistant that I've created and fed with knowledge on what makes a good optimized introduction to a YouTube video. Obviously, it needs some work and stuff, and I made some mistakes by uploading the wrong file there that I wanted it to rewrite, but you get the idea. I put that together in, a couple of minutes. So there you go. I'm going to be making a few of these, but just goes to show how anybody can create their own ChatGPT assistants specific to their needs by uploading specific files with extra information and context, and then have them available. This is going to be really, really interesting. So what are all the implications of all this? I mean, it's really exciting stuff. OpenAI continues to rapidly enhance capabilities while reducing costs. This is likely going to lead to an explosion of brand new AI applications, of which, this is going to be just tons and tons. And the GPT marketplace could let creators profit from proprietary data/insights encoded into those customizable assistants, i.e., if you're uploading very specific data files or data information for your custom GPT assistant, then that's the value that you're adding to it. So that's what you're kind of selling on the store, as it were. However, the flip side of this is that OpenAI's moves, like copying successful third-party features into its own products, could threaten independent AI startups currently relying on its APIs. There's a very clear position here to kind of move, almost create an app store, like the kind of, iTunes app store, or the kind of, iPhone app store, something like that. And, force developers to create custom GPT assistants and stuff within the OpenAI environment. And that may be a kind of threat to all those people that have already created loads of useful AI tools using the OpenAI API. The other thing they mentioned was copyright shield. So OpenAI is committed to protecting their customers with built-in copyright safeguards in their systems. This is similar to what we've seen with Google and some other companies as well. OpenAI go on to state that they're going one step further and introducing copyright shield. We will now step in and defend our customers and pay the cost incurred if you face legal claims around copyright infringement. This applies to generally available features of ChatGPT Enterprise and our developer platform. As I said, this is similar to what Google is doing with Google Bard. It's saying, if Google Bard or ChatGPT comes up and creates some sort of text or information or whatever, they will protect you from any kind of copyright claims. As I said, a lot of big AI chat companies are being pretty bold on this, so I think they're pretty confident in their position because they're also taking a very similar stance. So there you go. Major upgrades like GPT-4 Turbo and those kind of custom GPTs mark continued progress in capabilities and accessibility of AI systems. It's going to be interesting to see what creative use cases developers can find for these brand new tools, but also for just general use. ChatGPT takes another massive leap forward. And the most telling and exciting thing is a little throwaway line that Sam Altman made at the end of his keynote.
We hope that you'll come back next year. What we launched today is going to look very quaint relative to what we're busy creating for you now. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for coming here today.
Man, I love all this AI stuff, and the rate of development and progress is super, super exciting. I tell you what, people, we live in exciting times. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, then please hit those likes because I like it. YouTube likes it and helps people like you find content like this. And if you're new here, arigato gozaimasu, do me the big favor, please. Why don't you hit that subscribe button, toggle that notification bell, and that way you'll know when I upload videos just like this. Talking of videos just like this, why don't you check out the videos right here? These ones here. Thanks for watching.